When it comes to the personal finance, money, investment, saving, and wisdom, this is the best book you're gonna be ever reading, guys. Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. This is about Robert Kiyosaki and his two dads. Poor dad, his own father, well-educated, who has a PhD degree from a well-known university in America, and the rich dad, the father of his best friend who never finished the 8th grade but has a very, very strong financial education. Well, both men were successful in their career, working hard all their lives, but the poor dad worked for money and most of the time struggled, whereas the rich dad had money work for him. This book is written by Kiyosaki's perspective about how his rich dad succeeded in making a fortune and the mistake of his poor dad. Both of his dad gave him priceless advice, but Kiyosaki started to listen to his rich dad advice. The book ends up giving some getting started guides applicable immediately even after reading the book. I have to say that this book is full of wisdom, but there are mainly 3 key points lesson that I have learned from this book. The first, the rich don't work for money whereas poor do. Second, work to learn and don't work for money. And third, don't save money but invest it. These 3 are the key lessons that I have learned from this book. One of my favorite quote goes, "There is a difference between being poor and being broke. Broke is temporary and poor is eternal." You must know the difference between assets and liability, and by assets, assets put money in your pocket and liability takes money out of your pocket. And finally, the rich focus on assets column while everyone else focuses on their income statement. Few of my favorite highlights. Chapter 1. The rich don't work for money. I want to clarify one thing here. The rich do work and harder than poor people, but work to learn and not for money. So learning is their first priority. However, the poor and middle class work for money, where the money is their first priority. Therefore, the poor and middle class exchange their time for money, whereas the rich exchange their time to learn how to make more money and make money work for them as well. And Kiyosaki also says that having a regular job is a temporary solution to a long-term problem of achieving financial freedom. However, what prevents us from achieving financial freedom is fear. Fear of losing job and starting over once again. Chapter 2. Why teaching financial literacy? In this chapter, Robert Kiyosaki explains the difference between assets and liability. In a few words, assets puts money in your pocket, whereas liability takes money out of your pocket. An example of assets can be real estate, stock, and bonds, whereas an example of liability can be a brand new car, a new phone or TV. Liability can also become assets if it puts money in your pocket. Like a car, if you use your car just for commuting, then is a liability. But if you generate money from it, like driving it for Uber or renting, then it can be considered as an asset. Chapter 3. Mind your own business. The key message that Kiyosaki wants to give us in this chapter is that we should first pay off any debts that we carry and then start investing the remaining money in something that generates us income. The next chapter explained about taxes, the power of corporation, and how rich people get over it almost hide without paying any taxes legally. It's like the government is in their favor. On the other hand, how poor and middle class are victims of high income taxes. And finally, he also tells us how important it is to find skilled people who are able to save you a lot of time, trouble, and find stuff at a better deal for you. So paying a higher fee for an accountant, attorney, or lawyer is not bad at all. In return, they provide a way better service or knowledge. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.